All right, shalom, shalom. It's the brother Zachariah coming back to you with another lesson on this Monday, this so-called Labor Day, which the lesson is going to be going into Labor Day, and then also we're going to dive into the scriptures, But first and foremost, before I really get started, I want to give all honor, all glory, and all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. Shalom to you brothers out there that are laboring, enduring the elements, making your body a living sacrifice, trying to seal the elect, making your call and election assured, seeking out your own salvation. And to you sisters out there that are learning, listening, applying, being obedient to your husband. Shalom, shalom. Okay? And the water, thank you to all you brothers and sisters that were praying for me. I've been under the weather. I actually been under the weather for a while, but I try to endure and I don't let it be known. I don't mention it for sympathy or nothing like that, but most of the time if I ever bring it out, it's just for people, to pray for me. And just in case, like if you don't see me like active on social media, or even if you don't see lessons being put up, then something could be wrong, and if you are a true brother, you would check in on a brother, to see if everything is okay, instead of, quick to cast judgment. But, I appreciate the prayers, those that were being sincere and praying, because, I was under the weather. Around this time, we're transitioning into from summer to fall. And I live in the what they call the Ohio Valley. And, so I ended up getting a sinus infection, to where like, man, my nose was stopped up, or then, sneezing, then blowing my nose constantly, stopped up. My throat was kind of sore. It felt like it was closing on me. It was hard to swallow. And just, feeling very fatigued and tired, it's just your body hurting. I went out Saturday and did my highways. I did a couple sit-down lessons too, that on that Saturday, and like I said, I push myself, just going out, making my call and election sure. But you just never know what the next Jake is going through. And like I said, I'm not the one to usually, bring it out, but I was feeling pretty bad. Sunday, I was in bed for most of the day. And then, I was finally able to get up. A brother hit me up and I was telling him what was going on, with me. But I didn't really go into too much detail. I just said, I'm dealing with a sinus infection. But, it's taking a toll on my body. But I'm feeling, feeling a lot better. Like I said, I went and got, some natural herbs and stuff like that. I had some tea. I drank some hot tea with lemon, honey, and ginger, which is really it's good for you. And then I went and got some elderberry juice, and it's natural, and it's good for your health. So I got that, and just those two things alone, I'm feeling a lot better. I slept a lot better last night. Of course, my nose kind of felt like it stopped up a little bit, but I still slept pretty good, better than I have been here recently. But all right, enough of that. But again, thank you, for the prayers and those showing concern. I stumbled across this picture here. This brother Malak Yariel, he's a good brother, man. He taps into the music and stuff like that. But this picture is would intrigue me, man. It said 300 plus years of free labor. Happy Labor Day, which today is supposed to be so-called Labor Day. I got it off from my job with pay. So I'm like, I'm grateful for this day just for the fact that I'm off and I'm able to, it's a day where I can rest my body up, and then on top of that, do lessons, instead of being inside that hot ass warehouse, where there's no AC and you're sweating your ass off, and now I'm able to come out and do some more edifying lessons, to make my call and election assure, and seal the elect, so I'm grateful, to have this day off of that. But, I don't celebrate, this so-called holiday, which is Labor Day. Okay. I Googled, you know, Negroes picking cotton images. And so, you know, I just wanted to just scroll and show y'all, you know, photos, you know, some of them are it's artwork. Look, group of Negroes picking cotton, you know, they got all these pictures and stuff like that, you know, of our people. And our people was doing this for quite some time, you know, here in Babylon, you know. You know, the brother showed you that 300 plus years, you know. And we're still laboring, you know, to this day, man, under these devils, man. Okay? But I wanted to show you some other pictures as well. You know, I went into also Hispanics, you know. Hispanics, you can clearly see, you know, these are not what you would call Negroes, you know, the Southern Kingdom. You know, you got your Issachar, okay, which are your the so-called Mexicans today. You know, a lot of people don't know they were picking cotton too. You know, and then, you know, I typed in, you know, Native Americans. You know, you had some of your, you know, your Native Americans, which are your Gadites. You know, Reubenites, you know, which are your Seminole Indians, you know, down there in Florida, Georgia, you know, some of your southern states. A lot of them are your Seminoles, okay? Just scrolling through these pictures, man, okay, to show you, all right? So let's go ahead and dive into some scriptures. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47. It says, because thou servest not the Lord thy God, which is Yahweh, with joyfulness. So we wasn't serving him with joyfulness, okay? And with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, okay? This is verse 48. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send, okay? So now that you understand, you know, Yahweh sent these people against us, okay? This is why he's nothing to play with, man. You know, it tells you in the scriptures he's a jealous God. So when you know, you're not serving him wholeheartedly, or, you know, you not putting any effort, or you're doing it like in strife, contention, or you're not even serving him at all. Maybe you're just, you know, being sluggish or sluggard or into other things, other, you know, dumb idols, okay? Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And hey, you could just Google yoke of iron, and you're gonna see, you know, Israelites, so-called Negroes, you know, and they got images too of them, you know, taking some of the Northern Kingdom, because it started with the Northern Kingdom, which we're going to go on the scriptures to prove that as well. All right. Deuteronomy, this is verse 49. It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. Hey, what is the national symbol for America? The eagle. Okay. And when you really look at any of the Edomite nations, you know, wherever he went, the eagle has always been like their symbol. Okay. The Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, Edom, Russia, Germany, you know, any of those countries, Great Britain, you know, wherever these devils have went, man, that eagle has always been like their symbol. So this is a heavy clue, man, an indicator to show you who they are. Okay, who's gonna be that enemy? Okay. A nations whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Okay, we wasn't speaking their tongue, their language. We didn't understand that. We spoke Hebrew, you know, the Paleo Hebrew. Okay, and so they took away our language, our God, our culture, our way of life, everything. They took the law, statutes, and commandments from us and destroyed us, man. And this is verse 50. It says, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of the old, nor show favor to the young. And I showed you those pictures. You saw young people, you know, out there picking cotton. You had old people as well. So they showed no favor to the old or the young. All right. So I just pretty much typed in Labor Day meaning, And, you know, and it says, observe the first Monday in September. Labor Day is an actual celebration of the social and economic achievements of American workers. And honestly, this place, you know, called America, which is known, you know, to us in the know as Babylon the Great, okay? Spiritual Egypt, okay? Because it, you know, had us in captivity, all right? But this place was built off of the backs of the slaves, okay? So this is what they're really celebrating. A lot of their so-called holidays is really the celebration of the downfall of a people, which is our people, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all right? So I just find that very intriguing, okay? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and I'm going to start at verse 16, and it says, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field, okay? Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of the kine, and the flock of thy sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. All right. Let's see. It says, verse 20. It says, the Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. See, and this is what we always bring out. Our people have forsaken Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so this is why this judgment has come upon us, man. But this here is Baruch 4 and 6. You know, he didn't sell us for no reason. You know, it was a reason, you know, for him doing that. You know, there was when Moses gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, and the the covenant. You know, he told us the blessings for keeping it. This was going to be the blessings that would come from keeping it, and then he also let us know the curses. You know, if you were to break this covenant, which we obviously we broke that covenant, and and that's what led to us going down. Okay, all right. This is Baruch 4 and 6. And it says, "You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction." So it really wasn't for us to be, for our destruction, but because ye had moved God Yahweh to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies. Okay, so we were delivered unto our enemies, for ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to God. So we were sacrificing unto devils, man. And you could even when you read the account of King Solomon, he got into there was peace on earth, when he was ruling. But when he but at the end, before he passed, he married a lot of strange women, which is not really going against it's not going against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. The problem was that he went from sacrificing unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to worshiping their gods, those strange women. He didn't move how his father, King David had concubines. He had women of the other nations, but he didn't let those women, lead him from, away from serving Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so that's what that was pretty much his downfall, man. But he was one of the most wise men, and that shows you, just because you have wisdom and stuff, these women really can be a snare in a trap unto a lot of men. This is why, like, some of us in this truth, we have actually refrained from even like getting married, jumping into relationships, all this kind of stuff. We just focus on the truth. Some of us are actually eunuchs. You can look that word up. There's a lot of us that are eunuchs. I myself am one. And I've done that just because the focus. I want to be more focused on growing as an individual. Preparing myself, because I want to make it into the kingdom. And I just feel like that in this time and age that we're in, it will be a distraction. I will get that, because having a woman is a blessing. a real woman of Yahweh Shem Shai is a blessing. And I mean, if it's meant for me to get it, Yahweh Shem Shai will let me know. But I feel like, you know, that just hasn't, you know, it wasn't meant for me. You know, so I take this opportunity to grow, you know, in this truth and just really focus on the ministry, you know, and just doing the work. You know, I just feel like that would be a distraction to me. So I put off from it. But yeah, it was his downfall, and it actually became the split of the two kingdoms. You know, we were one kingdom in it, and we split into two. You know, you had the Southern Kingdom, which I'm showing you this chart here, and the Southern Kingdom consisted of three tribes, 3 of the 12, okay, which was Judah, you know, it was called the Kingdom of Judah, but the Kingdom of Judah consisted of 3 tribes, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, okay, which we know these 3 tribes to be your so-called Negroes, the African Americans today, your West Indians, okay, and your Haitians. All right, and you know, and there's some of Judah is scattered. You know, we're scattered throughout the 4 corners. You know, not just you know Haiti and some of the other West Indian islands and in the Americas. You know, we're scattered. You know, you got some of Judah out there in the UK. You know, as well as some of the northern kingdom. Okay, and then you have your northern kingdom, which consists of Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. All right. So, you know, and through the Spirit, I believe I'm of the northern kingdom. You know, whether it be Reuben or Gad, you know, I believe through the Spirit that is, you know, because when I look at my history, you know, of my father and his father and stuff like that, you know, according to my father, his father, which, you know, he passed before I was born, but he, you know, I believe his family originated from like Tennessee, you know, and that's Cherokee. A lot of your Cherokee were out there, you know, and I truly believe that, you know, I'm of, you know, of that lineage, you know, those tribes, you know, the Cherokee and stuff like that, you know, but only time will tell, you know, so I don't really just jump out and claim a tribe, but, you know, I know, you know, when that time comes, everything will be revealed, and, you know, Yahweh Shai is going to let us know who, you know, you'll know who you are, you know, in which gate you will go through when we are entering into the kingdom of heaven, Lord willing. You know, I be of that precious number, you know, that 1/3 see salvation. But yeah, the kingdom ended up splitting, okay? You know, and so they were kind of at odds with each other. But I wanted to bring this out, you know, and this is what I was talking about earlier. This is Jeremiah chapter 50. I'm going to start at verse 33, and it says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together." Okay, so they were oppressed together. And when you look at this, you know, how was that possible? You know, after the split. And see, that's why it says Judah and Israel, because Israel, I don't know if I got a chance to mention this, but Israel was pretty much the northern kingdom, okay? And it was led by Ephraim, okay? But interesting fact is Issachar played a big part in when they were coming here to the Americas. They said, you know, the Aztecs, you know, which, you know, that was another name of them, which they say means like the people of time or something, but they were good with the navigating, you know, using the stars and stuff like that. So they played a big part, but the northern kingdom was led by Ephraim, okay, which is your so-called Puerto Ricans today, you know, which I happened to be to live there during my teenage years. You know, that was a beautiful experience being around Ephraimites and the spirit that's on them. And you know, I brought out, you know, the fact of me being sick. I was never really sick living on that island. I think out of the whole time I was there, I was only sick maybe once. I ended up getting like a fever or something, but beyond that, I was fine. I was in good health, man. You could walk down the street and pluck a tree, pluck a fruit off of a tree, you know, like a mango, guava, you know, papaya, you know, man, it was just beautiful, man. And I was always in really good health, really being there, okay? You know, you come here to America and it's just nothing but just like trees. You don't see any like fruit trees, just regular old trees. And even if it's like a fruit tree, it's not really bringing forth fruit, because this devil does so much to the soil is tainted, the air is tainted. Hell, the rain that comes down is tainted. You know, it's just, man, this man has really just destroyed this place, you know. But again, it says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Okay. And all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go. And they refuse to let us go to this day. Okay. This is verse 34, and it says, their Redeemer, which our Redeemer is going to be Yahweh Shai. Okay. It's strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. See, Babylon gonna get it, man. Babylon's gonna get them hands. You know, you go into Revelations, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So these Edomites are gonna go into captivity for what they've done to us, man. Okay. This is Lamentations 4:22, and it says, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. So we're not gonna be, you know, going into any more captivity. This one that we're in, this is the final captivity. Okay, he will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. See, he's talking about Edom, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So he's coming after Edom. You know, when Yahweh Shai comes, that's why the scripture says, you know, who is this that cometh from Basra, you know, with dyed garments, you know. This is Yahweh Shai. You know, he's getting ready to put hands on these Edomites, man. And these Edomites know it. You know, the elites of them. This is why they got a space force, you know, because they know their time is coming, you know. But the key thing in this is that Yahweh Bashem Yahshua is not going to carry us away into captivity no more. You know, the scriptures also says, you know, we're going to have servants and handmaids. Okay, you know, they're going to serve us in this kingdom. Okay, you know, going back to Esau and Jacob, you know, the elder shall serve the younger. All right, so Esau's going to serve us. And this devil man knows this. This is why this devil's putting up a fight, and he hates us so much. Okay, trying to destroy us. You know, with the so-called jabs, and then he's pushing this charagma. You know, and he's gonna make this thing global here soon, you know. And when he mandate that, man, he's gonna come down with that great wrath. All right, he's gonna show his horns. Okay, but this is all I really just, you know, wanted to bring out. Lord willing, this was edifying. Okay, I hope I didn't ramble on, but you know, I just, like I said, just going through, you know, with this being Labor Day, I wanted to, you know, bring out a couple of these images and just show you, you know, show you this stuff, man. Is you know, when they say Labor Day and what it's really all about, it's really they celebrating the downfall of us, man, downfall of our people. You know, annual celebration of the social and economic achievements of American workers. You know, all right, this is something that I brought out before in a lesson, but you know, talking about you know, so-called, you know, Labor Day, and then also going into how we are in captivity and stuff. You know, it's like 15 major corporations you never knew profited from slavery. Okay, and you know, it's let's see. It says the enslavement of African people, which we know that really, you know, we're not African. We're Israelites. You know, there were Israelites dwelling over in the land, you know, called Africa. Okay, the enslavement of African people in the Americas by the nations and people of Western Europe created the economic engine that funded modern capitalism. Therefore, it comes as no surprise that most of the major corporations that were founded by Western European and American merchants prior to roughly 100 years ago benefited directly from slavery. Okay, you got the Lehman Brothers, you know, it's one of them. Aetna Inc., you know, J.P. Morgan Chase, see, they profited. New York Life, it's an insurance company, you know. Wachovia Corporation, you know, look at this. N.M. Rothschilds and the Sons Bank in London, they profited. You know, your Rothschilds are your elites, okay? Norfolk Southern, look at that. U.S. Today, Fleet Boston, CSX, Canadian National Railway Company, and that just shows you Canada's gonna get it too, because Canada is part of Babylon as well. You know, a lot of people think that when we say Babylon, we thinking about North America. No, all this gonna get it. You know, the islands, Central, South America, all of it. It's all gonna catch this fade from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Brown Brothers Harriman. Look at this, Brook Brothers. Okay, Barclays. A lot of these are banking. You know, because that's what this is how they gain their money. You know, AIG. You know, American General Financial Group. You know. So, you know, just showing you those, and that's just a few places. You know, there's so much more. A lot of your families, you know, your rich families here in America, you know, a lot of them have benefited from it. Okay. All right. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, all glory, and all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of the nation of Israel. And shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Until the next one. Shalom.